first of all, congratulations. Not a small deal at all. I know that for a lot of you who have never been asked to go to regionals before, or like for some of you, like this is the first shot at History Day, whether it's because you are a sophomore or because you never were at North Lakes before this point. History Day is a huge part of our culture. We're a small program, but we've been very successful. We sent, 7 projects to the national competition. A couple of years ago, we had a student win at nationals, like first place out of all 50 states and 6 international affiliates, which is a huge deal. And Ms. Tucker and I are super proud of that, and we take it super seriously because we don't just mean it when we say it to you in class and we're trying to get you to do your grade, to do this for your grade. History Day is one of the most relevant skill-based assessments that you will encounter in your educational career. Because everything that you're doing for this class, it's not just about the historical skills, it's about argumentation and evaluation and editing and so many different pieces, so many translatable skills. And so I really do hope you feel like this is an honor and an opportunity, not oh crap, now I gotta like do a little bit more work.
And I will say that everybody sitting here, I mean, obviously you received really good feedback from the judges, but we also took judges' commentary and looked at who's been doing the work this whole time. So it's not just a comment on your end product, it's also how well you guys were doing throughout the process. So very well done in that regard.
So a couple of things that we need to be thinking about with regards to this process. There's 3 big things that we want to cover. The first thing we're going to try to do today together, and that's getting registered, because you have to fill out a form on an online website in order to begin. If you're in a group, you need to do it together because you both shouldn't do it independently. So that's you guys and you guys. One person does it, and then you add another person after the first person is done registering. Okay, we'll talk more about that in a minute. It's a site called Z-Fairs. It's what they use for the competition phase. It's very simple, very straightforward. And I have already registered as a teacher, so when it asks you what your teacher is, you'll look for me. Okay, after you pick your school. Even if I'm not your classroom teacher, I'm not trying to steal credit from Ms. Tucker.
They can only do one teacher, and I'm pretty sure that Stuart would have a throwdown if I took History Day away from him. So.
We all want to see.
Yeah, I would just start a charter school like down the block. I see you. I see you. Okay, so go. Do you want to talk about that piece, or do you want to talk about the next piece?
I was just gonna say, so basically you guys have a short turnaround, which is kind of a curse, but also this means that basically everything is due on Monday. So we have to have everything registered, but that also means that then you can go into spring break and like really take a break because History Day will be out of your hands. So like the next couple days, if you want to make edits, which we highly recommend, will be kind of difficult, but like once Monday's done, like you're good, you're on spring break and you are home free. So just be aware Monday's kind of the thing. With the virtual registration, the only other big thing that we need from you that you really need to start working on is your process paper, because we didn't require it for the school event, but said that if you advance to regionals, you have to do a process paper. And so that's what we need done on the 8th, but it's really quick. It's a 500-word, just basically more like a journal entry. So you take these 5 questions and each question is a paragraph. So instead, but we gave you some examples. I think, where did I see that? I think you.
Yeah, I attached an example to the email.
Yeah. So like you don't have the question, you just go right in and like answer it in the paragraph. And then, then the second question, how did you conduct your research? You would just write about that in your paragraph. So you don't have to have the question prompt. You do it like a 5-paragraph essay, but you're just writing the answer to those 5 questions. So no more than 500 words. So really look at it more as like I'm going to tell the judges how I went about this process. Okay. So just kind of an overall reflection.
So we'll talk more about the title page, but the process paper is like a page and a half. And this is Abigail. This is our national winner. she always pushed the boundaries. So she's exactly at 500 words. It is important that you are at about 500 words though. And I'm gonna actually share my whole desktop so the folks at home can see that as well. So there's always a lot of unnecessary anxiety about the process paper. Like it's like this huge thing. It's not really a paper. It's a reflection. You're just telling your story. And if you just answer those 5 questions, it's going to be super, super quick. It's going to take you 45 minutes. And you can play rock paper scissors for the group if you want to see who gets to do it. But you do need the documentation. And what you will actually, when you submit your project, you'll be submitting a packet. So we're going to walk through each category. Pay attention to the part that connects to you. Normally, what you're used to, so I know Maddie and Thad and Haley and who at home, Sydney, but she's not with us right now. You've done this before, and what you're used to is saying, I'm registered, I need to be registered, and then I can keep making edits on my project, right? You can't. Everything is done. It has to be uploaded to ZFairs before 8 p.m. on Monday night. Like they're gonna, and there's no late registrations, so you don't have an option. It's got to be in. Okay.
So that's the downside, but also the nice thing because then you have spring break.
And yeah, so, and we'll talk about that in a second too. But for exhibits, you will have a packet of paper. Okay. When you open that packet of paper, and I talked to History Day about this, your PDF of your project is first. And then you have a title page. And on your title page is the title, name, senior division, category. This is a website, so don't worry about that piece. Your student composed words on your exhibit, your a number of words in your process paper for exhibits, those are both 500. And then after that is your process paper. And then after that is your annotated bibliography.
My kids, most of you already did the title page. So for you guys, that would just be adding your number of words on your board or whatever project you have, and then your number of process paper words. So.
Easy enough. So that, and it's all one packet. And in my email that I sent to you, there was a site that History Day recommended where if those aren't all one document on Google Drive, don't freak out. You can just go to a website and you can merge PDFs into one document. It's super easy, super slick. You upload 5 and the computer system pops out 1 for you. If that's what works for you. Okay, you just have to get them in the right order. Okay, for documentaries, they are recommending uploading to Google Drive because they always bump into security issues and copyright issues on YouTube. So uploading the file to Google Drive is a recommendation. And then you have the packet as well. The packet is title page, process paper word count is on there. You don't have a word count for your documentary, obviously. And then you've got your process paper and your annotated bib. And you upload that one document, and then you give the link to your YouTube video. That's what your registration will look like when you finish that piece. Okay? For websites, fairly similar. Actually, when you register, you put in, who's our one website?
Actually, Sarah.
Sarah, okay. So you put in your one website link, and then you'll upload your packet. Or no, you won't upload a packet. Your packet goes on your website because you don't have a title page because your title page is the title page of your website. But you upload your process paper and your bibliography to your actual website as PDFs. And you put in your link to your History Day page so they can lock you out of your website when it's time. It hits 8 p.m. on Monday night and they hit lock and you can't touch your website anymore. They prevent you from getting into it. Okay. For performances, for Thad and for Sydney, you guys have a little bit of an extra step to do. You have to have your link to your performance, and then your packet. The first thing in your packet is going to be a performance instruction document, which is linked today. And you have to talk about each of your scenes, your characters, and your props. The reason why they do this, Thad, is that for individuals and for groups that don't have the ability to set up, or if they're in groups and they have to literally table read their performance over Zoom and record it. That's how they're doing group presentations. So they have to give you who your characters are, and it's a really short document, but it's just another requirement. Then you would have your title page, process paper, and a data big block. Okay, what was the one that I missed? Papers. And then for papers, the order. Sorry, I gotta check this because I wrote it down in my notes. For papers, it's very, very similar. Papers is title page, then your paper, then your process paper, and then your bid. And you upload that all one document together. And remember, your title page has a word count for your paper and a word count for your process paper. You don't remember this because you're a sophomore, but this is the first year they've ever required process papers for papers. I'm gonna trick you that way. Okay, you want to take over to the next step? I feel like I've talked a lot there.
You're good. Well, do we have a next step besides uploading documents? I mean, I think the next thing would be to go to the virtual registration link, guys.
I think that's fair. Yep.
Yeah. So go to the virtual registration link.